Hey.
What are you doing?
Just getting ready for the day. Totally normal.
Okay.
I mean, don't understand. I'm so excited. I do like those. This could work. Yeah. No. Not bad. Perfect.
Hey babe, what are you doing?
Just getting ready for my Zoom meeting.
The one at 6:30?
Yeah?
It's like 5:30.
Yeah, but I'm just really excited about my meeting.
Isn't that on Wednesday?
What's today?
Tuesday.
Hello and welcome to the Youth Blog. My name is Zach Harrington and I'll be your host. Just kidding. Anyways, I hope everyone is doing good. If you hear lawnmowers or dogs barking or whatever, it's just, just neighborhood stuff. So anyways, after we're done with this video, hopefully you guys are going into your Zoom meetings or Skype meetings or whatever you guys are having, and hopefully your leader has reached out to you. If they haven't, make sure you text me now, so hopefully we can get you into your meeting, but it should be meeting in your small groups on one of those things. But I don't know if any of you remember being 4 years old, but I have a 4-year-old right now. His name is Judah, and I would say probably like once every couple of nights, almost every night, but not quite. Judah will barge into our room at about 2 a.m, and he comes over to my side of the bed, and he will wake me up and say, "Dad, I'm scared." Say, "Okay, what are you scared of?" And then he'll tell me what he's scared of. He actually does this a little better than I did as a kid, because he comes into our room and finds me typically. Sometimes he'll go for his mom. Depends on what he's scared of. But for me, when I would lay in my bed at night, I had a very overactive imagination. And I would lay in my bed terrified that, some horrible monster or somebody was coming in to get me. And I would lay there and start saying, "Dad, Dad, Dad," and just keep progressively getting louder and louder until my dad would come in my room and be like, "Hey, what's wrong?" And then we'd talk about it. I'd tell him I'm scared of the boogeyman or whatever. And he'd tell me everything was fine and to be quiet and go back to bed. What those stories sort of illustrate is that when we are scared, typically, not all of us and not every time, but typically we try to run to something or someone that we think will protect us, keep us safe, be able to stop whatever is scaring us, whatever it is. So, very simple story today about Jesus calming the storm. You guys have probably heard it. The disciples get a lot of flack for this story because you're hanging out with Jesus and then you're scared that you're going to die. They haven't quite put everything together about who exactly Jesus is yet. But I think in some ways they actually were smart. So let's read. I'm going to read the version out of Mark chapter 4. It starts in verse 35. It says, "That day, when evening came, he said to his disciples, 'Let us go over to the other side.' Leaving the crowd behind, they took him along, just as he was in the boat. There were also other boats with him. A furious squall came up, and the waves broke over the boat, so that it was nearly swamped. Jesus was in the stern, sleeping on a cushion. The disciples woke him and said to him, "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" He got up, rebuked the wind, and said to the waves, "Quiet, be still." Then the wind died down and it was completely calm. He said to the disciples, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" They were terrified and asked each other, "Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him." Okay, number one, Jesus likes to sleep. Me too. Same. So I relate to that. Number two, the disciples get scared. We too also get scared. But when they're scared, right, where do they run? This is like the part of the story that I think they get right. They're scared and they run to Jesus. Okay, so even though maybe they shouldn't have been scared or whatever, they still ran to the right place. Jesus was the only person who could literally take care of it. Now, he's basically saying, like, you guys don't have enough faith, or you don't quite understand enough to know that if you're with me right now, we're going to be okay. But at least they went to the right place, the only place that could actually protect them. Now, in this situation, basically everybody is scared, right? But for us, kids, adults, there's going to be different things that scare us. Some things that are scary for you are not going to be scary for me, and vice versa. Some things that are scary for your friends are not going to be scary for you. Some things that you're scared of, your friends aren't going to be scared of, or your family, or whatever. Okay, so first question is, what scares you? Right now, some of you could be scared of getting the virus and getting sick, or some of you could be scared of the uncertainty of what's going to happen in the future. Or some of you can be scared you're not going to pass your classes that you're doing at home. Or it could be something totally different. So first question is, what are you scared of? Next question is, where do you run when you're scared? That usually is a good indicator for what we actually trust instead of what do we say we trust, right? So when you're scared, what's your first thought? Is it to run to mom and dad? Is it to run to God? Is it to run to someone else that you know? Is it to run to a friend? Is it to run to something else? Sometimes it can even be something like, well, when I'm scared, I just go do something that makes me feel safe. Maybe like playing a video game or doing something that seems really familiar. It doesn't even have to be a person necessarily, but where do you run when you're scared or you're feeling anxiety? And then why do you run to that thing? What helps you in running to that thing? So 3 questions. What scares you? Where do you run to? Why do you run to it? Okay, and that's what I want you guys to sit in your groups and talk about. Now the disciples, again, they haven't figured it all the way out. At the end of the story it says, "Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him." They're starting to put the pieces together. Disciples are kind of slow. It's okay. But at least they're with Jesus. At least when they got scared, that's where they ran. So they knew on some level that he had something that he was going to be able to take care of this for them, or at least do something about it. Okay. Anyways, so go get into your groups and talk about it. And I encourage you guys in your small groups, be honest about what scares you. Maybe you're not scared right now. Maybe nothing scares you. Doubt it. But be honest. Talk to your leaders. Tell them what's going on. And I hope you guys are doing well. And hopefully we get to see each other soon. And I will talk to you guys soon. All right. Bye.